What is your full name, please?
Álvaro Chaparro.
Are you a junior?
Yeah.
All right, looks like you had the jail found this criminal speeding charge. It's been pending since January 18th of 2026. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. Looks like you're being held on another matter. I'm going to release you on this case. Set your next hearing date for February 13th, 2026 at 9 a.m. I'll appoint a city public defender to help you with this case. So someone from the city court public defenders will be out to see, will be in contact with you regarding this criminal speeding charge. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Good evening, Judge Hale. This is a
Hi.
Spanish interpreter. I don't think there's any Spanish speakers on the list, but I don't know if that's been verified.
All right, I'll check. Sir, what's your
Okay.
full name at the jail, please?
Michael Francis Special.
You have charge of domestic violence assault, 2 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct, and domestic violence failure to comply with a court order. I'm going to release enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent to represent yourself. I'm going to appoint counsel in this case from the City Public Defender's Office. Your bond is set at $1,000. Your next hearing date's February 4th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. You are not allowed to have any contact with your brother-in-law, Jitesh Desai. So your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
What is your full name, please?
Timothy Michael Schultz.
All right, Mr. Schultz, it looks like the jail found a warrant for your arrest out of justice court. It was for a case involving shoplifting, criminal trespass in the 3rd degree from November 10th of 2025. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. I will release you because it looks like you're being held on a felony matter. Your next court date is going to be in Justice Court, February 9th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. And I'll let Justice Court know that you're in custody on another matter. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent. All right, sir. I'll let the judge know that you are in custody still. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your full name, please?
Marcus Jeffrey Lipscomb.
All right. Is there a public defender there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
in the jail, is there any Spanish-speaking defendants?
No, you're,
All right. So Spanish interpreter, you're excused. Just be available in case we need you, though.
Will do. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. All right, Mr. Lipscomb, looks like you had a felony warrant for your arrest for an aggravated assault charge from August 21st of 2025. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. You do have I see you're being held on other felony matters. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, he's actually a sentenced prisoner on those other matters. This is a direct indictment. I believe our hands are tied. We would essentially need a bond set, given that it is a direct indictment, grand jury warrant to keep him here to address it.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, may I have 1 moment to speak with Mr. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor, we'd ask for a nominal bond for time credit.
Mr. Lipscomb,
Custody.
your bond set at $2,500. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment date is set for February 5th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you. Your What is your full name, please?
Well, Ashley Baker.
You are charged with had a felony warrant for your arrest for charges involving 1 count of endangerment, 3 counts of child abuse, and 2 counts of aggravated DUI with your BAC over the legal limit and with a passenger under the age of 15 in your vehicle. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, this is the unusual circumstance. I would recommend release, even though it's a warrant. I was able to look up the sentencing on that pending matter in Superior Court. I believe she was sentenced to a term of IPS probation with jail pending bed space. So that's the only reason the state's recommending what it is based on.
Okay. All right. Defense counsel, did you have any objection to the state's recommendation?
Your Honor, may I speak with Ms. Baker for one brief moment?
Yes.
Don't do it. Yes, no objections to setting a nominal bond, Your Honor.
It's pretrial services release.
I understood that Ms. Baker will be in custody until she serves the rest of her jail time. I wasn't, perhaps I missed that.
No, I said she got sentenced to IPS with
Uh-huh.
jail pending bed space. So if she's held on this, she's not going to get released to treatment.
I understand. Okay, then no objection to a pretrial. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Can I get released?
Ms. Baker, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services for this case. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. You're not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment date is set for February 5th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney for this case will be in touch with you. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Michelle Copley.
You're charged with 2 separate counts of computer tampering, 2 counts of theft of a credit card, and 2 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card. The alleged incident date was from October 6th of 2025. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. You do have a probation hold on you. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the $1,000 bond listed in the warrant's appropriate given the status of her other felony cases that she's being held in custody on.
Any objection by the defense?
No, Your Honor, I would ask for a nominal bond for time credit.
Ms. Copeland, your bond is set at $1,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed. No contact with any of the victims. Don't go to where they live or work. Your arraignment date is set for February 5th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You're excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Nicholas Connor Peterson.
You are looked like you had a felony warrant for your arrest, charging you with 2 separate counts of aggravated DUI, 1 count of unlawful possession of narcotic drug, 1 count of unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. The alleged incident date was June 2nd, 2025. I'm going to quash the warrant to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutors regarding his bond recommendation. Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, the state's asking for the warrant amount of $7,500, given the 2 other pending DUI cases, one being felony and one being misdemeanor related as well.
Defense counsel?
Would ask for a nominal bond, given that Mr. Peterson is already in custody on other charges and has not been able to post this bond.
All right, Mr. Peterson, your bond is set at $7,500. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. If you were to get out of custody, you cannot drive without a valid license. You cannot drink or take any illegal drugs. Your arraignment date is set for February 5th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, sir?
Lafayette Watch Robert now.
You're charged with 1 count of shoplifting, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Sir, I'm going to allow you to be released. Don't go back to 1415 West River Road. Your next court date is going to be in Justice Court, February 9th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you're present. If not, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're excused. Thank you. Oh, shoot. Hold on, Mr. Barber, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Barber, you had some city court cases. Jail, if I could have Barber back. Mr. Barber, you also had 1, 2, 3 cases in warrant status out of city court for criminal trespass and drug paraphernalia charges. Mr. Barber, I'm going to give you a chance to be released, but you have to appear in court, sir. You've got to appear February 25th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Make sure you appear. We have some really good resources in Judge Blue's courtroom that are available. So if you come to court, you can try to get your cases resolved, and the court will work with you on resolving your cases. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Samuel Blazer Cherry.
You are charged with 1 count of domestic violence disorderly conduct, 1 count of domestic violence violating a court order. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Mr. Cherry, I'm going to place a bond of $1,000 on you. You are not allowed to have any contact with Crystal. Don't call her, don't text her, don't social media her. Don't go to where she lives or works. Possess no firearms or weapons. Commit no further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date's in Justice Court, January 30th. 2026 at 1:00 p.m. And I need to appoint counsel for you. Hold on a second. Is Janet Altschuler, she's okay? Or who is counsel? Yeah, Justice Court. That's okay? Yes. Okay. Hold on, sir. Janet Altschuler is your appointed counsel. And she'll be in touch with you, sir. You're excused. Thank you. Yes. Oh, there's a victim? Oh, gosh. Crystal Scary, did you want to be heard?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry about that. Is it Mr. Cherry around still? I'm sorry about that. I didn't know there was a victim present.
Ma'am, do you need my camera on?
That's okay. Go ahead and make your
Okay.
statement, ma'am.
The pretrial services and your assistant called and asked if I had any of release conditions, if we would discuss that.
Yes, go ahead.
And so I guess from what I heard you say, he has a bond, so that means he's not getting out tonight, correct?
Yes,
And no contact with me.
yes.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you so much,
All right.
Your Honor.
Thank you. You're excused. Thank you. Thank you for being present. Thank you. Mr. Cherry, you're
Thank you.
excused. What is your full name, please?
Jesus Vieira Valenzuela.
All right, looks like you are charged with 1 count of domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct, and a theft charge. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I'm going to let you be released, sir, but you are not allowed to have any contact with the victim involved in this case. Do you understand? Is it Luceto?
Yeah.
Don't have contact with that person. Don't text, don't social media. Don't see her, just stay away from her. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Don't go to where she lives or works. Your next hearing date's going to be in Justice Court, February 9th, 2026 at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you appear, sir. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yeah, I just had a quick question. So, she lives at my home, so we live in the same house.
All right, you can't live there. You got to find someplace else to live. But I will allow you to return to the residence to pick up your personal belongings with a police escort. So while this case is pending, you can speak to the next judge about changing that condition. But for now, you can't live where she's living. If she's living in your home, you got to find someplace else to live.
Okay, so the next court date is what you say?
February 9th at 10:30 a.m. is your next court date. Yes. Thank you. Hold on, sir. All right, what is your full name, please?
Gino with, Rion Leal.
All right, looks like you're charged with domestic violence, harassment. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Let's see. If I release you, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you cannot call her, you cannot text her, you cannot social media her. You cannot go to where she lives, or if she works on, you cannot go to that location. Stay away from her. Your next
Yes, ma'am.
date's going to be February 9th, 2026 at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You are excused.
I have a question.
Yes.
So on the order of protection, I spoke to someone and they advised me to say that we have one class. I had a class with her yesterday, but I made sure not to have any contact with her or go near her. But on the order of protection, it says to stay 100 feet away from her. Is there any way to like make it just so I could be far away from her in class, but not contact her at all?
You're gonna have to go back to the judge that issued that order of protection. I'm not ordering it in mine. So whoever
Okay.
the judge was, you need to list, is the class bigger than 100 feet?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so I don't know. You'll need to talk to that judge about amending that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. You're excused.
The challenges between those two charges. So basically, that's the charges, you can sign it, and then I'll work on getting an updated citation, and I'll create a file and I'll get back to the court.
What is your full name, please? All right, Miss Mata, you have a case. Let's see, first of all, let me deal with a justice court warrant for your arrest for shoplifting. The case has been pending since February 19th, 2024. For this case alone, I will release you. Your next court date is February 23rd, 2026 at 2:00 p.m. It's in justice court. You have to remember to appear. And then you picked up a new charge of criminal trespass and fraudulent use of a credit card, class 1 misdemeanor. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. And it looks like you already have also some other cases where you failed to appear in court on a petition to revoke your probation. It looks like a petition to revoke your probation was filed July 28, 2025. It states in your petition that on 5 cases, you were placed on probation beginning July 15, 2025 for 12 months. A petition to revoke your probation states that you violated probation by failing to complete a corrective solutions intake, failing to complete your domestic violence counseling, failing to complete your substance abuse, alcohol evaluation and treatment. I am going to enter a denial of those allegations. And for all your cases, let's see. For your probation case, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. And for all your cases, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. Your next hearing date is going to be on February 6, 2026 at 1:45 p.m. And that'll be for all your cases. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
Enrique?
Your Honor, so you got a South Tucson case, is that included?
No, you know what? We switched that South Tucson citation to a city court. We went ahead and did a city court minute entry.
Oh, okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Hold on a second.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your full name, please?
Enrique Saavedra, Your Honor.
Mr. Saavedra, looks like you're charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and a reckless driving in one case. That alleged incident date was, let's see. Showing that. You had a separate case for domestic violence violating a court order. Both of these cases are pending in city court. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. It looks like you already had there was a court order that you have no contact with Rocio, and this case again involves that person. And then you have 2 other cases pending in city court. Your bond is set at $2,000. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. You're still not allowed to have contact with Rocio. Don't call the person, talk to her, stay away from that person. Don't go to that person's residence location. Your next hearing date's February 4th at 1:30 p.m. in city court. You are excused. Thank you. Your attorney will be in touch with you.
Can I waive reading the charges for Mr. Bland?
All right. What is your full name, please?
James Noel, Paris Bland.
All right, charges have been waived. The court will enter pleas of not guilty. I need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $10,000 bond given the nature of the criminal history, which is one of which is for a similar offense. And what's very concerning to the state is if you look at the very first page of the interim complaint, what those beginning set of facts reveal in light of this person's criminal history. So a $10,000 bond would be appropriate.
Defense counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bland has no prior failures to appear. He is employed. He's a longtime Tucson resident, and his last conviction dates back to 2014. So given those factors, I would ask for release to pretrial services.
Mr. Bland, your bond set at $10,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is February 9th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
My name is Paul Eduardo Mesa Cortez.
You are charged with second degree murder, failure to remain at the scene of an accident involving death, aggravated assault, and criminal damage. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's requesting somewhat of a higher bond of $500,000 for pretrial services. Although he doesn't have any sort of noted history, what's of concern of the state is the facts here of going pretty much twice the posted limit, one person passing away, injuring another, and doing whatever means necessary it took to try to flee from this incident location. So the state believes he's a flight risk. So given the nature of the offense and the flight risk, the high bond's appropriate.
Defense counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mesa Cortez has no prior felony convictions, no failures to appear. He is 23 years old. He's a longtime Tucson resident. He is employed and has confirmed housing, and his mother indicates to be willing to assume third-party custody of him. He also doesn't have any prior DUI arrests. So given that, I would ask for a reduction in the bond.
Mr. Mesa Cortez, because of the alleged nature of the offense, your bond is set at $500,000. No contact with the family of the victim. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set February 9th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, sir?
Zachary Lee Jones.
You are charged, you had a felony warrant for your arrest out of Benson Justice Court for two separate charges of Aggravated DUI. The alleged incident date was on March 17, 2024. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash the warrant, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, it's an out-of-county warrant, so we would just ask the court to honor that.
Defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider releasing Mr. Jones. He does have confirmed housing, and give him an opportunity to self-report to Cochise County.
I will show court.
Mr. Jones, your bond set at $5,000. Your next hearing date here is February 27, 2026 at 9 a.m. And the jail will let Benson know that you're in custody, or let Cochise County know that you're currently in custody and they can pick you up. You also had 2 warrants for your arrest at a justice court. One case was a driving on suspended license from April 6th of 2024, shoplifting from March 30th, 2025. Both charges, I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash the warrants, release you on both counts. Your next court date in justice courts, March 3rd at 1:00 p.m. And I'll let justice court know that you're in custody. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
That's what Isaiah Mesa.
You had a felony warrant for your arrest for unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash the warrant, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to affirm the warrant amount of $1,100 given the previous release to pretrial services and the failure to make contact with the assigned case manager.
Defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider releasing Mr. Mesa to pretrial services release. He is a longtime Tucson resident, and his mother indicated that she'd be willing to help provide transport to future court hearings.
Mr. Mesa, your bond set at $1,000. Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment date is set for February 5th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Mr. Mesa, you also had city court warrants for your arrest on misdemeanor charges. One case involving drug paraphernalia, and one case involving unlawful possession of prescription drug paraphernalia, criminal trespass in a 3rd degree. A 3rd case involving criminal trespass in a 3rd degree and criminal damage and drug paraphernalia, and then a new charge of drug paraphernalia from today's date. I'm going to quash those warrants, enter pleas of not guilty, release you on your misdemeanor matters because you're being held on a felony. Your next hearing date in city court is going to be February 13th, 2026 at 9 a.m. And a city public defender will be in contact with you. You are excused. Thank you.
More?
What is your full name, please?
Renmore.
And what is your middle name, please?
Ren.
You were arrested for charges involving unlawful possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. The state has made a decision at this time to dismiss your case without prejudice. I am dismissing your case without prejudice. You are going to be released. I want to let you know that even though this case has been dismissed today, there's a possibility your case could be refiled at some later point. So if you receive a summons in the mail to appear in court, it may be because the state has refiled the case. You also have a separate misdemeanor matter for criminal trespass in a 3rd degree from today's date. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Don't go back to the incident location, which is West Off Ramp.
Okay.
Highway milepost 255. Your arraignment date in Justice Court is February 9th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you appear in court. If you don't, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you. Johnson,
What is your full name, please?
Marina Chiquita Heredia Nelson Martinez.
You're charged with 2 counts of computer tampering, 2 counts of fraud schemes and artifices, and 2 counts of theft of a credit card. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. The prosecutor is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I am going to release you to their supervision. You must comply with any monitoring treatment they recommend. While you're on release status, you cannot have any contact with the alleged victim. Don't drink any alcohol. Don't take any illegal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. February 18th, 2026 at 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. Stay in touch with your attorney. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What is your full name, please?
Antoine James Simmons.
You're charged with domestic violence, aggravated harassment, and second-degree burglary. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I have to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, requesting 50,000 with pretrial services, given the 3 DB probations involving the same victim, as well as a 4th prior DB conviction, which I believe that may have involved a different victim, if I'm not mistaken.
Defense counsel.
Mr. Simmons has no prior felonies. He is 23 years old. The alleged victim did not report any injuries and did not object to release. He does have confirmed housing and employment, and he's a longtime Tucson resident. So given that, I would ask for release of pretrial services.
Mr. Simmons, your bond is set at $25,000. You are not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You cannot call her, text her, social media her. You cannot see her. If you were to get out of custody, you cannot go to where she lives or works, possess no firearms or weapons, commit no further acts of domestic violence. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. February 9th, 2026 at 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. You are excused. Thank you. Yes. What is your full name, please?
My name is Stacia Stewart.
You are charged with trafficking and stolen property in the second degree, fraudulent use of a credit card, computer tampering, and theft of a credit card. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I am going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I'm going to hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's requesting $15,000 with pretrial services in lieu of a no bond hold. She is on felony probation, and the one she's on release for, she posted a $2,500 bond. So given that she committed this while on release and while on probation, the higher bond of $15,000 would be appropriate in lieu of no bond.
Defense counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Stewart is a lifelong resident. She does have confirmed housing. And so I would ask for the court to release Stewart.
Ms. Stewart, your bond set at $15,000. No contact with the victim involved in this case. Don't go to that person's residence location or work location. David Wilkeson is appointed as counsel. Your preliminary hearing is February 9th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. You also had a warrant for your arrest out of justice court. It was from a shoplifting case from May 15th of 2025. I'm going to quash the warrant, release you on the misdemeanor case only. February 18th, 2026 at 11 a.m. is your next hearing date in Justice Court. And I'll let Justice Court know that you're currently in custody on that felony matter. You're excused. Thank you.
Court.
What is your full name, sir?
David Russell York.
You're charged with an aggravated DUI charge of an inner plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's recommending $10,000 with pretrial services, given the 3 prior DUI convictions and the pending DUI, misdemeanor DUI case that he has ongoing.
Defense counsel.
Your Honor, I would first like to make a probable cause argument. In the interim complaint, he is charged under the Ag DUI section 1383A1. That refers to a person who has had their license suspended. And there is no indication in the probable cause statement that Mr. York has had his license suspended.
Mr. Goodman.
Well, Your Honor, under Arizona law and based on the timing of the priors, his license would have been suspended for at minimum 1 year. So the court can infer on that. And even if it's under the same statute, so I can ask the court to amend the complaint to strike the A1 and have it being charged under 1383 generally. So under that umbrella.
Your Honor, I would also,
Go ahead.
my apologies. I would also point out that in the interim, it says that he has been arrested on July 19th of 2026. Which obviously could not have happened.
That's clearly that's a scrivener's error, Your Honor, when the court has authority to correct scrivener errors in complaints when you compare that to what's in the noted criminal history in the pretrial services report.
All right, I'm going to just take out the A1 allegation. If he's charged with 281383, I'm amend the complaint. Defense counsel, your recommendation?
My apologies. I was muted. Mr. York has no failures to appear. He does no prior felony convictions. He does have transport to future court hearings. And so given that, I would ask for a release of pretrial services.
Mr. York, your bond is set at $10,000 plus release of pretrial services. If you're able to post that bond, you must comply with a monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. If you were to get out of custody, you cannot drive without a valid license. You cannot drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set February 9th, 2026 at 1:00 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You're excused. Thank you. All right, all parties are excused. Thank you.